Hello 8th graders and welcome to Math Weekly number 3 where we will focus on writing expressions for real-world situations. Expressions are representations of an amount. In your own words, it's using numbers and symbols to show how many or how much. There are two types, numeric, which contain no variables, and algebraic, which do contain variables. You have experience with expressions. In kindergarten, your teacher may have asked you how many butterflies do you see, and you would count them 1, 2, 3, and write the expression by writing a number 3. This is a representation of an amount. Since then, you've learned to combine operations to describe an amount. If there are 3 rows of tomatoes with 10 plants in each row, and 15 rows of corn with 15 plants in each row, that would be 3 times 10 plus 5 times 15, or 105 plants. You've learned to combine different operations to represent amounts. Now, you're learning that situations vary and change consistently. The plumber charges $16 per hour. I don't know how many hours he will charge, but it will be 16 times H, or 16H. This chart that I'm providing you with is a great source for trying to determine what operation a real-world situation is implying. I am not going to read you the chart in this video, but you are more than welcome to pause the video and read it. Just to highlight a few that are really good indicators, anytime you hear part of something, that's a key for multiplying. Anytime you hear each, it depends which one it is. If it's each in a statement, meaning a sentence with a period, that's multiplication. But if you hear each in a question, that means division. The same is also true for per. The rest of them you may read at your convenience. I just want to point out those few. So let's look at some examples and write an expression for each situation below. Number 1. Jennifer had $7. She earned more money by babysitting for 3 hours, where she earned $8.50 per hour. Now let's look at this. She had $7. That means that's a starting value. So our expression is going to start with 7. She earned more. Earned more implies that she added money to what she had. She added money by babysitting for 3 hours, where she earned $8.50 per hour. Per in a statement means to multiply. So we need to take $8.50 times 3. I'm using parentheses to group that multiplication because this is one-time babysitting. $8.50 3 times is what she earned babysitting, plus she had 7 more. So this expression accurately represents this situation. Let's look at another example. Jamal is saving money towards a new Xbox. He currently has $75 saved, so that's what he's starting with, and will save, that's add, an additional $15 each, which means to multiply since it's in a sentence, week. Now, this is different from Jennifer's situation because we knew how many hours, but we don't know how many weeks, so we're just going to have to put times W, or make them touching, which means multiplication. So 75 plus 15 times however many weeks that he saves. Whenever you have an algebraic expression, make sure you write what your variable stands for. W is the number of weeks. Let's look at one more example. Because you were sick, your brother gives you 1/3 of his candy from the parade. See how he's giving you part of? That's multiplication. So because you were sick, your brother gives you 1/3 of his candy from the parade. Your friend also gives you another 20 pieces. So your brother gives you 1/3 of means to multiply, his candy. Do we know how much candy he got? No. So we'll just put a C for the number of pieces of candy, and I made them touching, which means multiplication from the word of. The friend that you have also gives you, gives means adds, 20 pieces, so plus 20. So 1/3 times the candy that your brother got at the parade plus 20 more. And since this is algebraic to find the variable, C equals number of pieces of candy your brother got. So let's summarize. An expression is a way of showing an amount. You've written numeric expressions for a long time. So for example, my brother is 2 inches taller than me. I am 64 inches tall. That would be 2 plus 64. But sometimes variables are needed to describe unknowns in algebraic situations. This shirt costs $5 more than the pants I bought. 5 plus P, the price of the pants.